after 2 weeks. 2 weeks of no pods. My bad. Vacation, but we're back. We're going even harder, working on getting them on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, bro. We're cooking. We're cooking. So we had to come back with a banger, though. Okay. And we're here with Savage Studios, the oldest Web3 gamer. The oldest one. Okay. It's Pigfly. What's good, Pigfly? But yeah, how are you, Savage?
Good. It's past my bedtime, but I'm here. I drank a Powerade and I'm good to go. Like, feeling good. Yeah.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm good. What color Powerade?
Blue, of course.
Okay. Blue and red are pretty good. Okay. I don't think I've ever had any other Powerades. I don't know.
Yellow's okay.
Ooh, yellow. I know I've tried yellow. Oh,
green's
no.
an emergency backup. But yeah.
That's nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So you didn't do a podcast for 2 weeks, and I'm coming back, and I'm just like, we're just jumping right into it, huh?
Absolutely, bro. There's nothing to catch up with me, bro. I've daily streamed for the last 9 days now. So, if anyone's watching, they know what's going on with me. So now we're just deep diving into who you are, bro.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I appreciate you having me on. It's been cool. I love seeing all of the chats with other people and just all the cool stuff you've been doing, man. And also, we've been playing a few games together. I cannot believe we played Chain together for 6 hours, but
that is wild. That is wild. Chat, If you did miss that, we did finish Chain together with me, Savage 64, and Piefly, Rugfly as we like to call him, and we beat it in one night. It was one stream, and it was about 6 hours that it took. So it ended up being like a 9-hour stream because Piefly ended up being late. And that was an insane stream. That was one of the most fun times I've ever had playing a game in forever, bro. So, bro, it was super fun though.
Yeah, honestly, same. I don't play a game that long. Sit in one sitting without a break. I think everyone in a team organization should play that game just to get through the tough times. If you get through the tough times, the tough hurdles, the tough obstacles, you could definitely build a little team synergy.
For sure,
stuff
bro.
That.
No, I think
everyone should.
I feel like we all bonded a lot. I feel like we became family that night, bro. There was 2 levels that were really bad. That one where we had to jump across it was the moving things, and when you hit it, the spikes would go. We stayed there for an hour and a half. That was awful, bro. Yeah. And there was another part that we got stuck on for an hour, but we made it.
But you get through it, and you feel this sense of accomplishment that is no other game I've ever felt. And yeah, you just get through it, and you become you endure the trauma together, so you become family. Yeah.
For sure. Okay, let's hop into it. Let's hop into the first question. This one is always a question that we like to ask on this podcast, but it makes it interesting, bro. It keeps guests on their toes, So what was kind of your childhood like? What did you like to do when you were a child, and what are some good memories from your childhood?
Oh, I'm blessed to have actually a really good childhood. Video games were one. I played Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360. Those were my core memories, and just being able to experience not only just video games, but the transition from video games to online and playing with your friends online. Because there was a point in time where I had to rally the friends over and say, hey, we're going to go play GameCube, but we all have to play all 4 on one TV, which is insane nowadays. No one does that. I mean, if you do, it's retro,
Yeah.
But the fact that you would split 4 parts of the screen together to play with your friends was a core memory of mine, actually. So yeah,
for sure. Just send out your stream. Appreciate it, bye. Yeah, bro.
But other than video games, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead and ask.
All good. I was just gonna say, like, anything else, than video games, sports, anything.
Yeah, so I did play sports as well. I played baseball, basketball, and I played soccer until the practice became playing soccer, and it started to. You just had to run the whole time. That was the practice. So yeah. I don't know how old I was, maybe like 10 or 11, but I was like hyped to go. Like I loved playing, liked soccer. I went to the practice, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna run the whole time." I'm like 11, man. I can go play Super Nintendo. I don't want to run in the track at like whatever age I was. Like I realize now that if you want to be on the top level, you have to train, but when I was a kid, I was like, I just want to have fun. I want to play stuff, like, and yeah. I'm glad I played sports. But yeah, other than that, I like riding bikes and doing everything outside. I like skiing. I've been skiing since I was 5. So that's always something I really like to do. Yeah. And then, nowadays I still try to, nowadays my favorite sport is tennis, actually.
Okay.
So, okay. Yeah, that's my favorite. It's just like amazing. But I don't play any of the other sports much because you need to have like a large group of people to play, and it's just hard to organize that now. But yeah,
for sure. Okay, yeah, I used to play a bunch of sports. I used to play like the top, football, basketball, baseball, and now I only like to play basketball a lot. But even that, I don't even know if I'm playing for my school this year, just because it's so like favorited, like favorites, coaches ruin it for you. They do.
Yeah. So, that's always a thing.
And then I kind of looked at it like, it does take time. I'm in high school now, going into sophomore year, and it's like I could give up a lot of money to play this right now, or I could just stay home, grind it out, and make a lot of money, So it's like I don't know yet. I don't really have the love that I did for it anymore. But like, say I go down to the park and play with my friends, it's an absolute blast,
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting for sure. And then tennis as well. I have a friend that plays tennis. She goes to like she has like a private, lessons and everything. I don't know.
Oh wow, yeah, she's into it, like really into it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's I think I could still beat her though. I'm pretty good, I'm pretty good at catch me in pickleball too. Pickleball.
I actually haven't tried pickleball yet. I need to try it. I've been meaning to. I actually had it planned out. I looked up the court on my phone. I looked up the gym. I was gonna get a membership, and then like I just fall behind on things, and then I don't end up doing anything for enjoyment like that, like a physical activity like that. But now that you said it, I'm just gonna do it because why not? Like,
bro,
I want to try.
It is an absolute blast, dog. Like, I just love pickleball. It's so usually it's for like older people, but bro, hey, it's fun for everyone. I'm not gonna lie.
Perfect for me.
Perfect.
There we go. My
Perfect
people are
for
there.
You. Yes, exactly. It's like like 50, 60-year-old, men and women there. Yeah, bro. It's for everyone. It's great. It's a great sport.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like to just be a kid, You like to play sports, go outside, play video games. What was
Yeah, pretty much.
What were what were your top 3 games when you of your childhood? What are the top 3 games that you're like, dang, bro, that game was hitting?
The first was Nightfire, on GameCube. And that was the one I was talking about with the 4 screens. We would get 4 screens to play together, all in one TV. And the core reason I liked that game was because there was this like rocket launcher, and you could control the rocket. Like,
okay.
Like not a homing missile. It wasn't a homing missile. It was like you had control. You like your person would sit still, and you'd shoot the rocket, and then you'd have the angle of where you could see. And I could fly in and out buildings and stuff like that. It was crazy. So I would literally just, if we had to turn that weapon off if I played, because everyone would complain that I was taking them out with a missile across the map. But like besides that, Gears of War was another pivotal game for me. It was my first my only competitive win, honestly. in my childhood was in Gears of War. I was 16, and we went to a Gears of War release night, and they had a tournament, and like it was a LAN party, and me and my friends, like it was like 6 of us, so we divided it into like 3 teams, and me and my friend won. We won $100 and a Lancer, and I don't know if you played Gears of War, but a Lancer is like the big freaking gun.
Okay.
And yeah, he took the Lancer and I took the $100, so that was a W.
That sounds like a W.
That is
I would have taken the $100 as well, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's just easy. I spent it so fast, but so yeah, I had Nightfire, I had Gears of War, and another one that was really crucial to me was League of Legends. As soon as that came out in 2011 or 2010, wherever year it was, I played that pretty much every day for years. And it made me realize like the competitiveness of games and how you can improve and things like that. And then I actually got into like self-help because of that, because I put all this time in the League of Legends, right? And I raised my rank, and I put in the work. I put in like 12 hours a day, but then all of a sudden I'm like, should I be putting all of this time into League of Legends, or should it be something else that's probably better for me? So yeah, those 3 games were really crucial to me.
W, bro. Okay. What did you want to do when you were younger? This just popped into my head when you were saying that. Like, what was your plan for your life when you were younger?
I actually never had a plan. I always like, and I know this is communicated a lot now, and I'm sorry to be doing it on this podcast talking to you, but I thought school was a scam. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be using this stuff in 5 years or whatever it was that I had left. And I was like, I just, and it was really a bad attitude, but I just knew whatever I was going to do, it wasn't going to have to do with school. In terms of curriculums and things like that. You know, and I had ideas. I've like wanted to be a fireman. I wanted to be, I went to school for business. So, you know, I've always wanted to own my own business. And then, you know, never finished like a curriculum type of school. I did go to school for animation where I live here in Shreveport. It's called Digital Media Institute. But instead of like learning English and math and stuff, like I dove right into the software, and I started learning how to do things in animation and special effects and things like that. And then all this time I was like editing like my own videos and things like that, so I could like learn things, because I feel like just the best way to learn things is to do things, and if you don't do those things, you're not going to learn. I feel like people charging money, like colleges and things like that, it's kind of I don't want to say scam, because I know people like benefit from it, like nurses, and go to school for nursing. You be a nurse, and it's a great job. But like going to school for like, I don't know, political science or something like that, and not using your degree, they're not out there looking for a job for you. They're not going to hustle for you. You got to do all of that yourself, and they really don't teach you that. So what I did was when I turned 21, I found a job at a casino where I was making good money, and that was good. I quit school, and then, you know, played League of Legends, whatever. Did my own thing when I was off, but you know, after 10 years of doing that job at the casino, it was very demoralizing, like in terms of negativity. I don't know if you can imagine this, but if I take $100 from you, you don't like me anymore.
Yeah.
So
for sure,
there is that relationship, and that was a constant thing. So I knew to get out of that, because I was stuck, it was a dead-end job. To get out of that, I was going to have to grind and just figure out what I wanted to do, right? So I did different things like Twitch streams, like what you're doing right now, like streaming every day. I did that. I didn't know I was going to be a Web3 content creator. I actually just started streaming Axie because I found it looked cool, or thought it looked cool, and then I also had crypto, so I decided why not try this out. I had been in crypto since 2015. It was really just like boring to me. There was nothing like exciting that I wanted to constantly read about or learn about. So when I found Axie, I was like, oh, this changes everything, like everything. And so pretty much ever since then, I've been in the space, like looking around, talking to people, trying to meet everybody. And it was not actually just for a job per se, but I just did it because I liked it. And then that's exactly what brought me to become like a full-time Web3 content creator. So yeah.
It's a W, bro. Okay. I mean, we talked about this last time too, about school and just college and everything with Ashton, and he said the same thing. He's like, if you're not gonna go into like STEM, it's pretty much a scam. Like there's no, if unless you're a lawyer, a doctor, and really maybe a scientist, like other than that, really like a business degree is like you go there to socialize and you go there to network. Other than that, you're basically paying like thousands and thousands of dollars for nothing. I agree, bro. And then also you said about you started doing animation and stuff, and that's like kind of why I'm like not as mad to go back to school this year, because I get to go to this like college. It's about 15 minutes away during the school day for like half the day, and I get to do digital communications, which is like, you know, video editing, videography, photography, all that. So I'm like, you know, I get to do what I'm doing right now during the school hours, which I'm not mad, you know, like that's credits. I get to graduate with those credits. So I'm not mad, you know, and I get like a degree after I finish this whole program and everything too. So, hey, I'm not that mad, you know?
Dude, props. That's awesome. I think that's so cool that you get to do that while you're in school, because at least, I mean, if you have that same mindset I do, I'm not saying I'm right or anything, but if you have that mindset and
I've had that mindset since like 7th grade. When I was trading NFTs in the bathroom, bro. So, yeah.
Wow. Yep. Wait, how many years ago was that?
Now gonna be 3.
No, I'm curious, like, so you're 7th grade. So
I started in 6th grade. Yeah, late 6th grade is when I started.
So, okay, sixth grade, you've started trading NFTs. You're in the bathroom, right? How much money are you making in this bathroom? Because you're going to a bathroom for a reason. Like, you're just minting. Like, what's your biggest W in the school bathroom? That's what I want to know.
$3,000, $4,000, something like that in that bathroom. Yeah, I think in those bathrooms. Yeah, I think it was just like a quick flip.
Do you remember like a specific story, like a specific project or anything? Because like, I want to hear like a story like that.
I remember when I flipped a dope cat from 0.25 Sol to 13 Sol on my birthday when I was in 7th grade. It was like my birthday, and that day they went right over to OpenSea, and that was when, you know, Solana NFTs were not on OpenSea yet, and then they're like, oh, this is like the first 10 projects, and I bought like a llama, and then I had my teacher buy a llama as well, and then he flipped it for like a quick couple $1,000, which was dope.
Wow.
Yeah, 7th grade year was lit because I got to sit in math class and just talk NFTs.
So your teacher's doing this with you, so you technically didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I did. Because I wasn't allowed on my phone. But yeah, but that day I turned 13 and went from 0.25 Sol to 13, flipped it, and yep.
That's crazy.
Boom. There we go.
Sol's like $200 then, huh?
Like 120, 150.
Still though, that's such a huge thing. So yeah. What was the conversation with your teacher like? You're like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna go to the bathroom because there's a mint. Just don't forget to mint it.
Oh, nah. I would do this in the morning usually. I would have all this info from like the night before. I would go up for help on a math question, and I would be like, yo, like, this is what's happening today if you want to, you know, make a quick couple bucks. And yeah, made him a quick like couple $1,000 that day, and, you know, basically like his salary for that month, he like doubled. So
that's amazing, dude. Yeah, teachers don't get paid a lot, so you helped them out. That's awesome.
For sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was sick, bro. That was a sick feeling.
I love hearing stories like that because I mean, it doesn't happen like that, nowadays. But
Yeah.
back then, it was crazy. I can't wait for those days again.
I know, bro.
One day,
it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick.
One day. That's why we titled the podcast "Bear Market Builders" because we be building
in the bear market. True, bro. That's what. Yeah, exactly, bro. And I can always switch it from the bear market to the bull market, but hey, it's all good. Okay, so when did you start, creating? I know you said it in there kind of, and then when was the moment where you're like, dang, like I could actually turn this into something?
So I first started creating, like, to be honest, the very first creation I ever done was in 2005. It was when YouTube came out, and I was like, oh, I want to do that so bad. The technology wasn't even there yet. We still had tape video recorders. There was there was digital cameras, but I didn't have one. So I was using a tape recorder, and I learned at 15, I learned how to edit and transfer from the tape to the PC, but there was a technical difficulty, and there was not a lot of information on the internet about it, and it wasn't easy. So I recorded things, and I actually shot them one by one, and if the take was bad, I would reshoot it. So I didn't actually have to edit on a program or a software or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first creation. And I got my friends to do that and stuff and record. I didn't stick to it. So a few years passed by and League of Legends comes out. I tried streaming it. My internet access at the time also wasn't very good. They didn't have 1 gig download like they do now. It was super slow. It's to the point where if you didn't have a good connection, you couldn't stream. So didn't have a good connection, and I gave up on that again, and then got a job at the casino, and I watched a bunch of esports. Then I saw Fortnite come out, and I make content on that, not as consistently as some of the other creators. And I watched Ninja and all of them blow up. They were making content consistently before that, though. So I put the things together. I'm like, okay, these guys are doing something right. I need to learn from them. And so I learned that as a streamer, you can be consistently playing whatever you want, but you got to be consistently doing it every day. And when you switch games and the game blows up, that is when that viral or good moment happens. So for example, when it actually came through for me, it was before Axie. I was streaming on Facebook. I was streaming Genshin Impact, and I was the only free-to-play player. Everyone always flexed their gacha and their whale buying and stuff like that. But anyways, I played Genshin Impact, and I had a bunch of people come into the chat, talk about Genshin, and it was really fun for a few months. And then after the peak, I had 100 viewers at one point, and it was super amazing. I was just amazing, exciting that time in my life. And then it started to die down a little bit. And then I was thinking about what I want to do next, and I saw Gary Vee post about NFTs. I was like, what's Gary showing me? All right, let me Google what an NFT is. Gary knows some shit. Let me learn about it.
Gary is the GOAT, man.
Gary is the GOAT. So he got me to Google about NFTs, and I got into Axie. And that's how that happened. And then I decided, after playing Axie, I was going to be done with Facebook because of the platform and how there wasn't enough potential to grow on Facebook. So I switched to Twitch from 0, and then Axie didn't have a lot of streamers back then. They didn't have a lot of content creators. So eventually, when Axie blew up, I was already streaming it. And I was already streaming it every day because I had the discipline from the Genshin days of streaming every day, streaming every day, no days off, things like that. So I go and I stream Axie, it blows up. I'm getting like 500 concurrent viewers. I don't even care about making money from the content. Like, I don't care about the subscribers, or they were great, but I didn't care about making promotions or anything like that.
Mhm.
Like, I was making money in video games. So that was the pivotal moment for me where I was like, I want to keep doing this because I want to make money from the games, not necessarily like make money from my audience or have to promote things all the time. Like, not like, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, so that was my moment. And then obviously Axie died too. And like, that's when I realized like life is just like some really cool moments. And then they just like, you know, fizzle out, and then you gotta keep working. You don't stop. You just don't stop. And even when it's down, even when life is kind of like, you know, down in views or whatever, like you just got to keep going and keep learning. So after Axie, I stopped streaming every day. I was really burnt out because I pushed myself past my limit. Yeah, I just started producing content more, more like thinking about what I wanted to post instead of just clicking live and then hoping that people come in. I decided to like start, you know, being more creative, writing scripts, doing other trends, like, you know, whatever I felt like doing at the time. Writing more. I didn't start writing until like a year ago, really. So, I mean, that's what I've been doing for this past year on X. Is just, you know, making content and trying to make it to like different than everyone else, and also do something I enjoy. So you're actually going to see soon. I'll give a little alpha that you're going to see some animated videos from Savage Studios very soon. So yeah,
the alpha. That's dope, bro. Let's go. Okay, man, that was a deep one. I like that you dropped a quote in there. I clipped that's going to be uploaded to the X and TikTok. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Okay. Also, good morning, Enzo Racing. I see you in the chat. What's good? Okay. So, how about we just get into this one? What is one of the biggest lessons that you've learned throughout your content journey?
The biggest lesson is to be consistent, push yourself, but not too far. I think I've had a lot of calls with creators in the last year, and most of them talk about creators falling off after a certain point in their career, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and it happens. Dude, we can talk about it because it's the pod, but Mr. Beast, like, he was like the top guy for like forever. No one fucked with him. Like, no, can I say the F word? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can. You're good. You're good.
So, I watched this video about this guy, and this comedian, I forgot what his name is, but he's like really funny, and this dude like broke down because he really wanted the money, really needed the money, and had no choice but to say yes to Mr. Beast's contest. And like, I always wanted to do one of those contests. I was like, put me in there, let me do this. But then you hear about this other side, and it's like, holy shit, glad I didn't do that.
True.
Like, damn.
Yeah, I heard about his TV show. I heard about all the pedos. Yeah, I can say pedos in the in the team. I heard about Chris Tyson, yellow round dude with his hands put up. You know, yeah, it's been bad. It's been a really bad couple weeks for Mr. Beast recently. I saw his ex-girlfriend started going off on Twitter, but that could just be for clout. I'm not gonna lie. So who knows? You know, who knows? It's insane. Also, speaking of falling off, Ninja, have you seen the low taper fade meme? It's massive right now. It's massive. I don't know how you.
Did he ruin that haircut? Because like.
No, I think he got a fade. He didn't get a taper fade though, or a low taper fade. I think he got a taper fade. But yeah, bro. Okay, that is a good lesson for sure because.
Oh, but did I answer the question? Like, what did I learn from the content creator? I think we went off tangent.
Yeah, you said about like not pushing yourself too far.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that, and just be consistent. Like, and yeah, just be most of the thing is the most important thing, and I want to make sure I say it right. The most important thing as like a content creator, sorry, the most important thing as a content creator is to be consistent. If you're consistently doing something, even if it's wrong, in terms of it doesn't get you the views you want, then you're still doing something and you learn from it. And so if you consistently do that, then you're always gonna, default to the correct way of doing things. So yeah, just be consistent, and yeah, see what other people are doing in the same industry, and honestly, I would say copy them, but make sure that you're doing it your own thing too, because you got to be different, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's boring.
That was a good clip. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really good one. Yeah, bro, I agree. Like, consistency is key. I don't think it's just in content, bro. It's in everything. I've learned that not recently, but like throughout, the last couple years of just working, in Web3, doing what I'm doing, bro. And it's like consistency is key. And Tom Brady said something along the lines of, you don't have to be special to be good at something or be the best at something. You just have to be consistent, because other people really aren't consistent, bro. And that's how you become the best. And if you do believe in luck and you believe in like manifesting stuff, bro, if you aren't consistent and you miss, a couple days, those couple days could have been your lucky days, like you could have missed that one lucky day that you were going to have, that God had planned for you. Or if you don't believe in God, though, the universe had and planned for you, or, in store for you, and you miss it, bro. And you never know, when you're going to get that another lucky day. Carter's spitting right there. Carter's spitting, man. Okay. What's good, Ghost Cat? Hope you're good, bro. What kind of, okay, you already said that. How did you actually find Web3, by the way? I don't think we hit on that. How did Savage Studios find Web3?
So, how did I find like Bitcoin, or how did I find?
How did you find Web3? You can take Web3 as whatever you want, bro.
Okay. How did I find? I'll explain. Well, I've already told you how I found crypto gaming and NFTs.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So let's do Bitcoin in 2015 or whatever you said.
Okay. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I found Bitcoin through the dark web. So, yeah.
Yellow round stuff. Dude with his hands put up, duck smoking cigarette.
I don't know what that meme means, by the way. I'm just laughing
it's an emote. It's an emote. It's called caught, and that's when he puts his. It's a yellow round dude with his hands put up. Or there's SMH, and it's the duck shaking his head.
Okay.
Or there's the duck smoking cigarette one.
Okay. I became a little less boomer today. Cool.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. But to answer your question, how I found out about Bitcoin in 2015 was the dark web and drugs, and I was just learning about it. It was a different time, but don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
W. Sketch Studios. What is that? No, Firefly, stop. What is that?
What did he say? I'm not reading the chat. I'm just going to focus on.
He said Sketch Studios. That one was wild. I'm not going to lie. That was insane. That's crazy. Okay. Oh God. Okay. So, I just thought of a question off the top of my head.
Sure.
What do you wish you did different in your journey of content creation?
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't believe I'm consistent enough. Because I'm always comparing myself to the best so I can learn from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I see is the best have consistently put out more content, and I have tried to do it all alone. So what I'm realizing, I've realized this before, but it's really important to have a team. And as soon as you taste money, to find that team, um, and it's not cheap. I'm not saying you can do it cheaply. And I don't want anyone to think that you should get a team before you start. You definitely need to start before you have a team. But once you start tasting money, like you're getting promotions or some kind of ambassadorship, or if you're getting anything, if you have a job and you just want to put more into it and just double down because you feel like you're doing good, like even before you get sponsorships, you should just definitely build a team, because I didn't do that until recently. And it's just taken off so much off my shoulders that I just felt all this weight fall off, that I don't have to do this alone anymore. And it's really nice, because at first you do have to do it alone, and you're gonna grind through it. But once you get to a certain point, or if you want to get to a certain point, then you're gonna need to build a team. So yeah.
W. Okay. I do not have a team. I don't think I'm big enough for a team yet.
I'll be on your team. I'll be an editor.
Okay. All right. W. Ooh. Oh, I just lost the question. Oh, I was thinking of a really good one.
You got to write it down while you're thinking, or while you're waiting.
True.
I do the same thing. It'll come back to you.
It will. What are some of your favorite Web3 games right now?
Wow. Off the Grid. Nyan Heroes.
Ooh, good one.
World Shards.
Good one. Okay, World Shards is gas. I haven't played too much World Shards, but it's pretty good from what I've watched you, Piefly play, Valicy play, Is there a third one? We like to do stuff in 3 here.
Off the Grid.
Oh,
Nyan Heroes.
Off the
World
Grid.
Shards.
I thought you said off the rip. I was like, wait a minute.
No,
I was
Off
like,
the Grid. So I just played it this weekend. Yeah, I just played it this weekend.
Off the Grid, Nyan, and World Shards. W. Okay. Yeah. Off the Grid is the one that was on the PS5, right?
Yes.
Wow, give me my access code back. What?
He's talking about World Shards.
I was going to say, he's talking to me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your least favorite Web3 games? Let's go.
Oh, snap. Who asked that in the chat?
Me.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. Least favorite Web3 games. Gosh. Okay. Dude, I've actually covered dozens and dozens of Web3 games. So I probably made a video, posted it, and I forgot the name already. But it was this name called Crypto. And I feel like if crypto is in the name, it's just an automatic L. Like, and that's not true, by the way, but sometimes I feel like that, because it shouldn't just be about crypto. So it was called Crypto something, with a K. And I tried the game. It just didn't have any content. Like, there was nothing in it. All right. So wait, we're doing 3s?
Oh, this one you can do whatever. I don't really care. If you want to go 5, if you want to go 2, it doesn't matter.
All right.
I know you might be PR trained.
What?
I said I know you might be PR trained.
I was actually thinking about it. It's like, should I call games out? Like, I don't know. I've never actually done it before. I don't like to talk shit about games.
Oh, I do.
But in my opinion, like, this, I want to get it off. I want to get it off my chest. We're gonna get it up. Okay. The reason Nyan Heroes is a good game, and I'm using this as an example before I talk about the other game, is because Nyan Heroes has an amazing movement mechanic. You can run on walls, you jetpack out of your cat, you double jump in your cat.
Oh, I know what's coming. I know.
You can you can jump up, you can teleport. You know what I mean? There's
I love
movement.
Nyan.
It
the
changes
Nyan,
the game, right?
The Nyan movement is sick.
There's this other game, and it's not as good as Nyan. And here's the reason. The reason is because. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay, sorry. There's a dryer going off in the background. Okay.
Oh, good.
The reason this game is bad is because all you do in the game for movement is roll. Right? You just roll.
It's like a roly-poly. It's just roly-poly.
Okay, if there was like a ramp or something and you can like roll up it and then you're like a dirt bike. I don't know.
True, that would be sick.
Do something else besides just roll. Like, and you can guess what game I'm talking about, but
yeah,
all you do is roll.
What if we just leave it there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, just so people can learn from why this game is good and why this game is bad. It's like the movement mechanics; those things matter. Yeah, I would talk about Off the Grid more, but I actually can't because of the playtest NDA. But awesome game. But yeah, if there's any other games you want me to talk crap about, let me know.
See, I don't know.
I played so many. I played like over 100 Web3 games. I'm like deep into Web3. Like I have an obsession. Not so much now, but I have an obsession of like trying them all. Like gotta catch them all. Like Ask Catch 'em.
Yeah.
Rip Misty.
I was gonna say Rip Misty. I saw that today. That's insane. Hey, Piefly's saying it in chat. The game that we were just talking about, but. Oh, okay. I was thinking about this while we're talking about shooters. What do you think of Shrapnel?
Shrapnel is a cool game. I think the extraction portion of the game is really important because you don't actually have to be the winner of the match like in a battle royale game. The extraction portion is really cool because it gives like all types of players to get into action. Like if you want to be the sneaky under the radar type of player, you can do that in Shrapnel, and yeah, it's got huge potential, like definitely
for sure.
Yeah,
I don't forget Shrapnel and Dead Drop. Off the Grid is leagues ahead. Piefly says.
Oh yeah, Piefly played it too. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah,
off the grid, we're bullish on Off the Grid.
Yeah.
W. Okay.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been bald for?
That's a good question.
This one was from Piefly, by the way. This one was from Piefly. Not in the chat, but a couple days ago when we were writing questions down, he asked this.
Okay. I've been bald for 5 years. My hair started like thinning, like right about there, and then right here. So then I was just like, man, this is the worst. And then I looked up like hair regain. If anyone tells you can grow your hair back on your head, they're fucking lying. I just want to say that for anyone out there that has like the same problems I did, just shave it and work out. Like you will be 10 times happier. And as soon as I shaved my head 5 years ago, like I shaved all of this like self-consciousness like about my hair, not only just my hair, but I shaved all of my insecurities away because like what else do I have to worry about now? I shaved my head. And then so I just started working out every day and talking about consistency. If you could just work out for 10 minutes a day for your whole life, you'll be jacked. Like you'll be good. Like I'm serious. I don't work out 10 minutes a day. I work out like 30 minutes or 40 minutes sometimes, but there's like consistency involved in that more than anything else. But I mean, I've taken huge breaks from working out. Like this last year, I didn't have to, but there's no excuse in my opinion. But I took like 6 months from working out to just get through some stuff, and yeah,
happens, man.
But yeah,
happens.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that stuff.
No, we were just talking about bald. That's dope though, bro.
Like, bald. Yeah. Okay.
So you were just, it's like you gained aura. You were like, no one can stop me now,
Yeah, basically. So not only did I shave my head and all that insecurity left, the next morning, or I don't know, yeah, the next morning, I went to a Comic-Con, and I already had the cosplay ready. It was Saitama from One Punch Man. So not only did I shave my head and I felt like better, I went to a Comic-Con as Saitama. And I swear to God, I didn't even buy a ticket. I literally just walked in, and you can't tell Saitama no. Like, I just walked in. They didn't even ask you for my ticket. I'm like, oh, I'm Saitama. Yeah. And so, yeah, that was hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie.
And then everyone was like super excited. Like, the energy at Comic-Con is awesome. It was my first time to cosplay, so every time I walked by anyone, they were like, Saitama! And that was just really cool. And honestly, that was like, that bootstrapped my confidence for being bald, for sure.
Why do I always have nerds on my podcast?
Who asked that?
Myself. That was me. That was my head talking. Anime, never, nope.
You don't like anime?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But hey, you had aura that day. You had aura.
Yeah.
So
I went Super Saiyan. I don't know if you know what that means because you don't watch anime.
Isn't that not Gecko? What's his name? Goku.
Yeah. Definitely not Gecko. Don't ever say that again.
Oh, shoot. Did I lose aura? You
lost some followers there.
Darn. Okay. What keeps Savage Studios going every day? What is something that makes you want to wake up every day out of your bed and keep moving?
My kids. So, yeah. I'm always there for them, like every day. I had them all weekend. I didn't get any work done, but I just didn't care. Like, I just spent the whole weekend with them, and yeah, they keep me getting up every day.
Squidly77, actually that's Piefly. Squidly, sorry. Squidly asks, how old are your kids, if you don't mind?
Okay. No, I don't mind. My kids are 2 and 1.
Dang. You got youngins, man.
So they're babies.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a goat. That's actually sick though, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like having kids is such an art. If you think about it, like, parenting is an art.
Yeah. It's more of a sacrifice.
Mm.
But you know what? You're right, because it takes a lot to parent the right way, because there's many wrong ways. I'm thankful for my parents.
Me too, bro.
Because, like, you don't always get to choose your parents, and the fact that you have parents that are there for you and support you
and love you to death, bro. Like,
yeah,
bro, I don't know, like,
to the point where it's smothering. Yeah, that's actually a good thing. So, like,
yes.
People don't get that, and then other people complain about it. Like, so,
I think gentle parenting is kind of weird. Squidly77 says.
What's gentle parenting? I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's Squidly. I'm guessing it's like kind of I don't know. There's maybe some good aspects of it, but I think it's like keeping your kids to, like, safe, quote unquote. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not letting you're not letting them go out and do stuff. I guess I think that's what he means.
I feel like that's laziness, but yeah, I took my kids to a park this weekend, and it was really fun because they got on this ride and they were just like standing there, and it was just this bouncy thing. It just went like this, but like they were like, "Whoa, whoa, wait a minute, this is new." I don't know if I should be on this, but that's what the reaction was, and it was funny. So, and I think my son fell like 4 times and he cried, and I was like, just stand up.
Yeah, okay, bro. You had to get up, man.
I did not get him up.
No.
Like, he's 1.5. He can stand up himself. But then as he stood up and he was like, "Oh yeah, I am good." Like, "Oh, duh." Like, but yeah. For example, maybe a gentle parent would have been like, oh, it's okay, like come here, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I do that when things like when he
So
actually falls off a bed or something. But
yeah,
yeah.
gentle parenting would be extremely coddling your child when they get hurt.
Oh. Oh yeah. Dude, how did I know? Like, yeah, exactly. So what I just said was what I do. And I don't think I'm the best parent ever, but I think I try, and I think I'm there. I think that's a good parent. Is just you need to be there. You can kind of mess up, and you can gentle parent if you want. It doesn't matter really if you're there. Um, but yeah, like for example, like that happened at the park. My other son, he sees one step and there's no guardrail. Like he sees the curb on the street. He looks at me and he's like, "Are you gonna help me up this step?" I'll step up the step, and then I'll look at him and I'll be like, "You coming?" Like I don't hold his hand for that stuff.
Yeah.
But then he's like super upset. Yeah, I'm still getting through that part, by the way. I was doing that the other day. I was literally waiting for him to step up the step because I know he can do it. He knows he can do it. But like there's this mental thing where he doesn't do it. And he
Mm-hmm.
just like kind of like whines. And this lady walked by and he was like, "Oh, you want help up the step?" And then she grabbed his hand and helped him up. I was like,
What the
I was
heck?
trying to teach him. I was trying to teach him that he can do it. So he does it. And but thanks, lady. Thanks. No, I didn't say that. I was really nice. I was like, "Oh, she helped you. Can you say thank you?" Yeah. And we went about our day. But yeah, that's
Sick,
funny that you
brother.
mentioned that.
Okay, let's hit on this too about Web3 gaming. Where do you see Web3 gaming going in the future?
I see Web3 gaming going to the moon.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
That was
No, I
quick.
really believe um, in the aspect of like owning things that you buy in the game. It's like it's definitely a scam to buy skins in Fortnite and then not be able to sell them. That's definitely a scam.
For sure.
Carter, how many skins do you have in Fortnite?
Oh, like 250.
How much do you think you spent at Fortnite?
4,000.
Do you
Will
think you
I?
should be able to sell them?
Yeah, I think I should be able to trade them. I'm not gonna lie. I want to trade some skins a lot. But yeah, I made some very bad skin decisions when I was younger, man. Like I don't want these no more, bro. But it's all good.
You know, I have the OG Skull Trooper skin.
You do?
OG,
Oh
first
yeah,
skin ever.
my brother does too. He has like this old account because he played when he streamed too. But
So nice.
yeah, I don't.
That's okay. You can access his account later.
True,
Just gotta get the seed phrase.
true. Okay. Wait. Speaking of seed phrase, I don't know why this just. I'm around $2,000 deep into Fortnite by now. W goes cat. But what is the top three things that you think hold back Web3 games from going to the moon?
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a really good one. Good job, Carter.
The top three things that hold back Web3 gaming from going to the moon. All right, so there's one aspect that I believe is necessary. By the way, a lot of games have to get VC money, like venture capitalist money, for investments in order to pay the developer team and the every team. So I think I think too much VC money holds them back. If they're completely reliant on getting funding from venture capitalists and they cannot raise from their community, then I think that's holding the game back. They need to be able to raise money from the community, and then give the community a little bit of stake into the Web3 game. So that's
Mm-hmm.
one. Another one is that they're all trying to do the same thing. Like everyone's like, and I love play to airdrops. I love play to earn games, to be honest. And I love the play to airdrop aspect too, because it's cool to get that huge chunk of money on a airdrop campaign. And I played Nyan for like weeks and I got $500 on an airdrop. Like it's crazy. Like, I mean,
it's because Alex JJ took it all.
Yeah, no. But anyways, the second thing holding Web3 games back is not doing things your own way, like getting your own lane. You need your own lane because then you figure out something no one else has and you're already one step ahead. So, and I'm not sure what that thing is. Like every game's different. So they have their own NFT collections. They do different things with their NFTs. There's different utilities with their NFT and coin. But there's definitely a lot more potential to do different things than everybody else. So, I think so to be clear, number 2 is, stop trying to just do a playbook and hope to be successful. So that's 2. Thinking of a third one. That's a good one. A third one. Okay. The third one, and this is probably going to be the most controversial. So get ready. The third thing holding Web3 gaming back is not rewarding your community.
Ooh.
I can't keep a straight face. I need to. Okay. I'm just really...
Welcome back to the pod, everyone. Yeah.
Anyways, I could use 10 examples, but
name drop. I'm just kidding.
No. I mean, I talked about Nyan really good in this podcast. I'll also talk bad about them because, in my opinion, they did not reward their community very well. I was happy with $500, but I think the top few people that win an airdrop need to win like exorbitant amount of money in order to be like, okay, this game has potential. Like I forgot what Alex JJ got. He got I think he ended up with like $8,000. He had to split it, so technically he won $16,000. But to be fair, the number 1 spot with the maximum amount of multiplier got $16,000. That, in my opinion, is bearish. I don't think Nyan's gonna fall for that. I don't think they're gonna fail. But other games that only reward their community with the minimum they have to reward them, like just to keep them happy, to keep them like, okay, here you go, like here you go, like just take that $60 or whatever, like just so you be quiet. You really have to reward your community, and it's a hard line of how you do that or where you get the funds, but where there's a blockchain, there's a way. Is what I say.
Yeah, Nyan gave me $7.
Who said that?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much did you play?
A decent amount, but it's okay.
Did you do daily quests?
Oh,
did you do weekly quests?
Nah.
Did you do all the quests?
I did weekly quests, but that was just when I didn't play that much. I didn't know there was an airdrop, but next time if there is an airdrop, we'll probably play some. One of the top.
Actually, the next one is going to be a private playtest.
Ooh, how do I get codes?
We might need to cut that part out where I talk shit before that playtest comes out.
All good.
Just kidding.
All good.
I hope I get access. If I don't, I'll be okay.
Ghost Cat said one of the top 3 things is the impatience of most creators in the space who crap on, I'm going to guess on games that are still in development. Like it's taken freaking time. It takes freaking time to build, and all these projects have not had a lot of time in comparison to every traditional game. I feel like I have dyslexia.
Yeah. No, he made a good point. I understand his point. You can respond to it if you want.
No, I think he made a good point there. these triple A titles have a lot of time to build, and I don't want to be that Fortnite kid, which I know everyone makes a joke about.
You're definitely a Fortnite kid.
So yeah, Fortnite has, it launched in 2011 is when they did the first playtest, and then they launched in 2017. That's 6 years. So takes time, man. IML.
And
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I just want to say this. And Fortnite was a single player game or a multiplayer like PvE game at first. True. They weren't even like a building type of game, or they weren't even a battle royale. There was some other game that came out with battle royale, and Fortnite copied that concept. I think it was I forgot the name, but I didn't play it. There was another battle royale.
H1Z1?
Please. No, it was right after that. P? Starts with a P? Somebody in the chat's got to know it.
I don't know. Also, Pyfly said, in my opinion, the biggest thing is not enough users. PUBG. Thank you, Ghost Cat.
I knew it. P, yeah. PUBG came out with Battle Royale, and it actually popped off. So Fortnite was like, well, we're going to do a Battle Royale. And that's exactly what blew it up. Them deviating, and I want to tell this because when a Web3 project does something and it's successful, that's when you can like deviate from your strategy and do something else, like that, like just like Fortnite did. So, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you're right, Ghost Cat. It's Squidly. Sorry, Squidly. Okay. So we're actually at an hour and 4. Whoops. We can go over a little bit. It's all good. As long as that's good with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dope. Okay. So, last couple questions. Who is someone that inspires you, Savage?
To be honest, someone that inspires me that I like always just watch their content like is Alex Hermosi. He's just always giving out things, and he made me realize that like you don't have to ask for things. Like you can do, he has his sales calls and stuff like that, and that's great. But like in content, the content is about like giving away, and that's what I try to do in my content. Like I'm either giving entertainment or education or value, alpha, whatever it is. Like that's what I want to do. So yeah, that's someone who I look up to.
W. He better say Ghost Cat Joypad. Your mom, Squidly says, and then Ghost Cat says, "Oh yeah, Carter's mom is a huge inspiration for me." All right. So what are we doing in chat, guys? Okay. Okay. So what is your dream, Savage? What is your, what are some of your dreams? What is your top dream? It doesn't matter. However you want to answer that question.
Well, that's a good question. My dream is to spend my life with my family and be able to do the things I love. And I've been able to do that for like a year. So technically, I'm already living my dreams, but there's, little things like I want to change, like where I live. Maybe a house for my kids so they have a yard instead of an apartment. Maybe in a different country. I like living abroad. I've lived abroad before, and if I could bring my kids to somewhere and live, like that'd be awesome.
Where's that place? Where's that place?
I don't know yet, but it's somewhere, not in the United States.
I want to go to like Asia. If I would live anywhere outside the country, like Asia.
Yeah.
Could be Malaysia, Bali, Thailand. Could be like China. It could, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm the same. Yeah.
His top dream was being on this podcast. Thanks, Ghost Cat.
That would have been a good one.
Okay. And two more questions. What is your piece of advice or pieces of advice to creators wanting to start making content and wanting to grow their community?
How many pieces of advice?
You could do one piece of advice if you really wanted to.
Well, yeah, one piece of advice to creators wanting to build their community is just be consistent. Always show up, regardless of how you feel. Just being there is really important. be doing something, putting in the work every day, and being there for your community in one way or another, whether it's playing games with them, figuring out what their goals are in the space. Just consistently doing something. It could be anything, and you can build your community by joining other communities. It doesn't have to be all content creation. You can be consistent in participating in other communities to build your network, and then therefore build your community. Just remember, it's a long process, and building a community is really challenging. So yeah, that's my piece of advice.
Okay, and then last question of the pod. Savage, what is the quote of the day?
You mean from the pod, or?
No. Like, what's a quote that you live by, or what's the quote of the day? Like, give us a quote. Drop a quote.
1 second. No matter how hard it gets, if you push through that thing that you think is stopping you, you realize it isn't actually stopping you. It's your mental actually stopping you. And then you realize that if you continue to do that, then nothing actually can stop you.
Ghost Cat said that's what she said. That was a good one.
I'm glad that chat is there to make like humor.
Yes. Okay. That's all I got. Do you want to leave everyone off with a message, Savage, or do you just want to end it here? Because I know it's a little past your bedtime.
Honestly, no, I just really appreciate you being on. I mean, just having me on. I really appreciate it. It's been amazing. I haven't really done a podcast one-on-one, so it's been awesome. Thank you so much.
What'd you think of it?
Definitely a W. I would recommend anybody that in the space to get on your pod. No one's putting out the consistent podcast like you are, man. Facts. There's no one doing this, so Facts. You literally have. I'm not saying you don't need any, but you don't have any competition that someone that consistently does this every week and puts in the work. So props to you. Man. It's a huge W for you.
No one's doing it like me. I think I'm the best in this space. I'm not gonna lie. I have video. I'm gonna be honest, but hey yo, what the? Oh, Ghost Cat said, "What the heck?" Because Ghost Cat has a pod. Yeah, Ghost Cat. Yeah. Okay.
But I follow Ghost Cat. I don't see his posts about his pod.
Oh nah. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to start anything. But, okay. Appreciate you, Ghost Cat. Appreciate you, Squidly77. I saw Pie Fly up in here earlier, too. Wink, wink. And appreciate everyone else that was in the chat. Enzo Racing saw you, too. Everyone else. Appreciate you, boys. I repost from my other account, W. It's every Friday. Pie Fly's on it now, too. So, check it out. Shout out Ghost Cat, I guess, in the pod. W Carter. Ghost Cat, that's $100, by the way. So I appreciate you, boys, and we out. We'll be back Wednesday. Goodbye.